Still Snoop Dogg and D.I. Guess who?
Yo, my name is Dong King Kong Lee, and I'll be talking about a poem called My Friends. I'm in charge of the summary. The poem begins with a question. Do you remember? The theme of the poem is recollection of the past when the poet and his friends were children. As young boys, they roamed the wild coastline, gathering fish and cooking them in a rusty old can and building forts, using branches torn from the lone tree, and stood guard on the beach. All changed. The tree's dead, and it's replaced by the harsh cry of their bow. The poet once repaired the tattered ends of the past days that he and his friends spent there. How the tree's gone under which they dreamed their many colored dreams. Now he wants the warmth of his friends' handclasp to reassure him that the dreams are real and not empty illusions. He ends with the hope that green leaves will come back, to the tree sometimes in future. Instead, in trouble will find aid under its shade.
The first stanza discusses the person's youthful activities of playing with his friend. The poem is written in a conversational narrative. The first stanza is composed of a question. This is used to ask his friend if he still remembers the setting of his childhood, innocent and happy times when they dreamt of doing great things in their lives. Although the area is described seems very hostile and negative connotations of wild, lone, guarding, and sharp-tongued, it seems to contrast with the poet's happy memories of the area as he asks his friend if he still remembers. Okay,
The pleasures were simple, and they had jeweled fantasies and dreams. But now change has come about. The land has been stripped of its vegetation. The whirring of the toto grass has been replaced by the harsh cry of the seagull. And the lone tree, which was like home to them, is dead now. The poet wants the warm reassurance, holding his friend's hand, gives to convince himself that the hopes and dreams of childhood were real and not mere empty illusions. Perhaps green leaves will come back to the dead tree someday, and an unhappy and troubled world will find succor under its shade.
Can you see my arcade gold MacBook Air? Woo! Only for me. Anyways, the theme of the poem is youth, maturity, and friendship. The tree represents the shade of which guards to away from the hurt and troubled world, as it describes as a fort. The protection is soothing and smooth. Evidenced in the imagery, lips and whistle to a sharp-tongued sea. This also represents maturity. The tree which gives foods, drinks to the younger two-way dreams, seems to instill a sort of confidence and clarity, which the older two-way seems to conspicuously be lacking. His fort is dead now. The tree is no more. Now it has been exposed to the hurt and trouble, accounted for his limits. This theme also represents friendship. It is during the drear and the dreamless time the two returns to his friends for reassurance. The friend will always be there. The contrast with the lone tree, which does not survive, to doubts the tree will be reborn. But there is no doubt in his direct address to the reader by Thunderstorm. This is the theme of the poem. If you need any question, contact me, shootingball@gmail.com. I'll give you 24K gold bar when you email me. Bye. Hi guys, Donkey Kong is back to help you analyze stanza 2. You guys need to chill. Listening to this video will help you to get an A star for GCSE. Stanza 2 consists of 4 lines, which are longer than stanza 1. There's a contrast evident in the verse as the poet talks about what his friend and he used to do when he was young, building a fort out of branches right from the tree. This phrase shows what they did when they had no cares in the world but enjoying themselves like an idiot and harshly pulling branches off the living tree. The first person plural we is used here to include the poet and his friends, but it could also be inclusive of the reader, as most people think fondly back to their childhoods and wish they could relive the past away from the hard realities of life.